Welcome back to our channel, where we bring you the latest updates on global finance and geopolitics. Recent reports indicate that the BRICS countries are considering the introduction of a gold-backed currency, posing a challenge to the US dollar's status as the world reserve currency. Join us as we explore the importance of the BRICS nations, the implications of de-dollarization, and the potential consequences of a shift towards a gold-backed BRICS currency. BRICS nations. The BRICS nations, consisting of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, have been gaining attention for their growing economic influence. Collectively, they represent a substantial portion of the global population, and account for approximately 25% of the global GDP based on purchasing power parity. With their economies continuing to grow, any potential shift away from the US dollar by these nations could have far-reaching repercussions on the global financial landscape. BRICS gold-backed cryptocurrency. In 2010, the BRICS Interbank Cooperation Mechanism was established with the aim of simplifying cross-border payments between banks of the BRICS nations using their respective local currencies. As part of their ongoing efforts, the BRICS countries have been actively working on the creation of BRICS Pay, a payment system designed to enable transactions among member nations without the need to convert currencies into US dollars. Additionally, discussions have taken place regarding the potential development of a BRICS cryptocurrency. Confirming these speculations, the Russian government has announced that the BRICS nations are planning to introduce a new trading currency backed by gold, as reported by state-run RT. This development aligns with the ongoing trend of de-dollarization in the global economy, with central banks worldwide increasing their gold reserves to diversify away from the US dollar. Given the expressed interest from numerous countries in joining the BRICS alliance, it is highly likely that the group will expand its de-dollarization agenda. Reasons for de-dollarization. Currently, 88% of international transactions are conducted in US dollars, and the dollar accounts for 58% of global foreign exchange reserves. Geopolitical uncertainties stemming from the US government's use of the dollar as a tool against Russia during the Ukraine invasion have motivated certain nations to explore alternative currencies. Each of the BRICS countries has its own reasons for criticizing the dominance of the US dollar. For instance, Russia has championed de-dollarization as a way to ease the impact of sanctions. Brazil, under President Lula, has renewed its commitment to de-dollarization and expressed interest in creating a new euro-like currency. China has labeled the dollar as the main source of instability in the world economy, and voiced concerns about the use of sanctions as a geopolitical weapon. Potential consequences of de-dollarization. If countries begin transitioning away from the US dollar and seek alternative currencies, it will inevitably reduce the overall demand for the dollar. The implications of de-dollarization, particularly through the introduction of a gold-backed BRICS currency, would have far-reaching economic and geopolitical consequences. It would diminish the dominance of the US dollar as the world reserve currency, consequently shifting the balance of power in global finance and diminishing the influence of the United States. Potential benefits of a BRICS gold-backed currency. The introduction of a gold-backed BRICS currency would streamline trade among member nations, eliminating the need for bilateral agreements denominated in non-dollar currencies and facilitating increased trade volumes. Moreover, de-dollarization represents a broader geopolitical shift away from US hegemony, symbolizing the rising influence of emerging powers such as China and Russia. This shift could potentially give rise to new alliances and economic blocs, ultimately reshaping the geopolitical landscape and reducing US geopolitical leverage. If the BRICS gold-backed currency is to become a reality, the idea of a BRICS currency is appealing as it would help mitigate the problems associated with dollar dominance and create greater stability in the global economy. However, there are significant challenges to overcome before a BRICS currency becomes a reality. Negotiating a single currency among the BRICS nations would be complex due to economic power asymmetries and political dynamics. Additionally, a new currency would require efficient payment systems, a well-regulated financial market, and a strong track record of joint currency management. A new global economic order will not emerge overnight. But the currency initiative represents the group's willingness to diversify away from the dollar and explore new avenues for cooperation. As the BRICS summit approaches, all eyes will be on South Africa to see what direction this ambitious group of nations will take. While the announcement of a gold-backed BRICS currency is yet to materialize, the growing calls for de-dollarization cannot be ignored. The BRICS countries' potential shift away from the US dollar could have profound implications for the global economy, challenging the existing petrodollar system and reshaping the geopolitical landscape. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more updates on global finance and geopolitics.